Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
And it's your boy Taco Bell Wani. Man, this video might get a little crazy just because, hey, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. So let's just get into it, man. We'll see where this video goes. Conor McGregor, the notorious Conor McGregor, the UFC's former lightweight champion, the fucking champ. I mean, we could go in, everyone knows Conor McGregor, but he's reacting to his brother, Dillon Dannis' successful MMA debut last night against Kyle Walker at Bellator 198. But not only is Conor McGregor reacting, so is the former Bellator lightweight champion Michael Chandler reacting, and they're reacting in very different ways. But before I get into this and their actual reactions, I gotta let you guys know there's a video I'm gonna make, but I can only put it on Patreon because I'm gonna be using some footage from Bellator's event last night, and it's about Dillon Dannis. It's kind of a joke, but all I'm saying is, bro, when I was watching that backstage interview, you guys know what a gaydar is? My shit was going dee, 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 dee. I think even the lady interviewing him was like, yo, you got a lot of emotion in your face. What are you feeling? You know, I just feel good. Like, what? But ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying my shit was going crazy. I don't even know why I got one, but shit, nigga, I be looking for Dragon Balls too. No, I'm just fucking around. That's all a joke, but I am going to put that over on Patreon. Make sure you go check it out. I just want you guys' opinion on that. And like I said, it doesn't matter if he is. I mean, is there a little bit of a, what's the word? Coincidence that he's a Jew? Okay, I'm not gonna go there. No, wait, I have to. I don't want to say Jew. I was gonna say jiu-jitsu player, not a Jew. I'm not going there. But I was gonna say, is it a joke? Is it a coincidence Dillon Dannis is a very high-level jiu-jitsu player? Okay, all jokes, all jokes. Let's get into these reactions. We'll save the jokes for that Patreon video. Conor McGregor's reacting to Dillon Dannis' toe hold submission, and he's proud. He said, "Congrats to my brother Dillon Dannis winning his MMA debut tonight. Hashtag proud." And I told you guys, Dillon Dannis is Conor McGregor's right hand. That's a little bit of a joke. I don't think Conor McGregor puts Dillon Dannis over Artem Lobov or any of his other guys that are day ones, because Dillon Dannis isn't necessarily a day one. You know what I'm saying? He helps Conor McGregor out a lot with jiu-jitsu, but if you recall, Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor got into it. He was like, yo, and I'm gonna get his jiu-jitsu coach too. That motherfucker switching sides or whatever, like, you know, helping out them. So it's not like Dillon Dannis had always been with him, or that Nate Diaz wouldn't have really had that gripe. It's like Dillon Dannis might have trained in America before or with a certain team, and then he, like, Conor McGregor offered, you know, he joined Conor McGregor's team. So it was like, yo, how you switching sides and helping them out? Bada boom, bada bang. Nate Diaz almost got into it. He said he wanted smoke with Dillon Dannis. Dillon Dannis is the guy who won the fight tonight. That's who Nate Diaz was talking about, Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach. But as far as Conor McGregor's right-hand man, who really knows who the fuck that is, right? But we all know about Conor's left hand, though. Motherfucker, take somebody out. But no, that was a good performance from Dillon Dannis last night. So yeah, Conor McGregor's proud. Got 1-0, and Dillon Dannis got paid. I'm sure Conor McGregor's proud of that too. All about the Benjamins. Dillon Dannis got $100,000, he said, for that performance last night. Talk about overhyped and overpaid. Maybe. I mean, he is a little bit of a big star. I'm sure Dillon Dannis will be worth it, but I'm just talking about like MMA fighters in general. You know, people say CM Punk shouldn't be getting fucking $150,000 in MMA because he's not a legitimate MMA fighter. He's coming over from WWE. He's new, essentially kind of like an amateur, but he's making a lot more than the other fighters. That's kind of going on here with Dillon Dannis, although jiu-jitsu is more respected than WWE. So even though Dillon Dannis is transitioning over to MMA, he is more of a legit mixed martial artist in that sense. But at the same time, he's not as big of a star as CM Punk. But he's at Bellator. He's a branch off of Conor McGregor. Anytime Dillon Dannis fights in Bellator, they're likely to get Conor McGregor tweets. Conor McGregor might show up ringside. So Dillon Dannis is pretty valuable in that sense. If you let Dillon Dannis fight for Bellator, you're going to get some Conor McGregor coverage. So that might be worth $100,000. Now, are Dillon Dannis' mixed martial arts skills worth what he got paid? No. He fought a guy, Kyle Walker, who I believe was 2-4, or 2-3, and 2 of those losses were both via submission. So, and Dillon Dannis was like a -1100 favorite. That's like getting paid $100,000 to go fight your little brother. Like, you know you can beat your little brother's ass, and they're gonna pay you to do it. Except for you're not even as close, because, you know, your brother you wouldn't want to fight. But like, You know what I'm saying? Like, Dillon Dannis was 100% supposed to win this fight according to the odds makers. Minus 1100 favorite. That's like 10-1 for an amateur making his debut. I didn't even think you could find a guy that bad that's a professional. You know, as far as to make a guy making his debut a 10-1 favorite, that was pretty big. So Dillon Dannis definitely got a favor from the Bellator matchmakers in that sense, but he did what he was supposed to do, went out there and dominated. First round submission, boom, toe hold, yeah, right out of there. And he got paid. Conor McGregor got the tweet, but somebody who reacted a little different, Michael Chandler, the Bellator's lightweight champion. He wasn't as impressed. This is what Michael Chandler had to say. Just catching up to Bellator 198, Dillon Dannis said he was the highest paid fighter in Bellator MMA. But I think he meant to say most unathletic fighter in Bellator. That was against a man with a losing record. Hashtag cringe, hashtag slow, hashtag sloth. Yo, Dillon Dannis is going to be like a, not Conor McGregor because he doesn't have the skills of a Conor McGregor. I think Dillon Dannis has the potential to be like a Kobe Covington type, Chael Sonnen type figure, right? Where he's going to talk a lot of trash, you know, a lot of cringe, bro. Like, Dillon Dannis, he's like grabs the mic like, yeah, I'm the one that sold this whole card. I'm the reason that these ratings are so high. I'm the only reason. Like, dog, you got Fedor on the card fighting Frank Mir. That's a fight a lot of people want to see. You know, yeah, Dillon Dannis on the card. People were talking about it. You are Conor McGregor's teammate. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would have just got on the mic and said, yeah, I'm the reason. Well, actually, no, Conor's the reason that I'm getting paid, because that's the truth. Conor McGregor's the reason that this is the highest viewed card. Conor McGregor's the reason I'm getting paid $100,000 more than all of these, you know, $100,000 and these other tenured fighters and getting paid more than these guys, because that's really the truth in my opinion. You don't really hear about Dillon Dannis. Oh, Dillon Dannis did this. Dillon Dannis did that. Dillon Dannis is over. No, that's Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor tweeting after the fight. Conor McGregor showing up cage side is what people are really tuning in to see. You know, when Artem Lobov fights, we all know there's a chance Conor McGregor's going to be cage side and he might scale the fence. Same case with Dillon Dannis. I don't know if, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Dillon Dannis is very arrogant, very cocky. But with that comes a lot of people watching your fights. Whether they want to see you win or they want to see you lose, people are going to want to see Dillon Dannis fight. Or whether they want to see Conor McGregor cage side. You know what I'm saying? People are going to want to see Dillon Dannis fight. So he had a successful MMA debut, but Michael Chandler wasn't impressed. Called him out on it, said he didn't look athletic. And to be fair, to be a minus 1100 favorite, Dillon Dannis was getting clipped up on the feet. Homeboy Kyle Walker landed a couple cold ones before Dillon Dannis got the fight to the floor, and I think he might have had to pull guard. So we'll see. Dillon Dannis is going to have to show us some wrestling, definitely show us some striking improvement. But we're going to have to see where his wrestling is at to be able to get the floor to the mat, because I don't know how many super high level guys you're going to be able to just pull guard on and then stay there in your game. Like, if Dillon Dannis is fighting at lightweight, do you guys think he's got a fucking chance against a guy like Michael Chandler? You know, in essence, like, that could be, if he gets fast-tracked up, those are the guys he's going to be fighting. And it would be fun. I would actually, if Dillon Dannis got it to the mat with Michael Chandler, he's got a good shot. He's probably the better jiu-jitsu player. But this is MMA. You got to be able to get to the takedowns, and you got to be able to avoid getting clipped the fuck up before all of that happens. And in this fight versus Kyle Walker, he showed he needs a lot of improvement. You remember how Joe Rogan was talking about Khabib striking? Ooh, I wonder what Joe Rogan was saying about Dillon Dannis' striking. And it's just because he's new in the game. You know what I'm saying? He's a jiu-jitsu player. He doesn't got a striking background, so you can expect that. But when you're going against a guy who's got a losing record, you're a 10-1 favorite, I would assume you're going to beat him everywhere. But that wasn't quite the case. But once he got to the mat, where his game is, Dillon Dannis got the job done with the submission. So with that being said, Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler have reacted to Dillon Dannis' successful MMA debut at Bellator 198 last night. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And of course, make sure you go check out Patreon, because I'm about to work on that video. Now, I just want to know y'all's thoughts. And even if it's just the patrons, let me know. I'm out. Oh, and P.S. to my dog, Reese M, for the $7.77 donation. Actually, now that you've donated $7.77 3 times this month, and he also said good luck with the donations, lucky sevens, that puts you up to like 22 bucks. So yeah, you just passed Thomas B on the list. So with that being said, I'll update that for you, dog. Thank you again for the $7.77 from Reese M. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And also, still got to get to that Dillon Dannis video on Patreon. I'm out. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
This is #1 bullshit.